Hello, world of YouTube.
And welcome to the reshoot of Godsmack Discography.
Yeah, as I stated on my bullet one, I have to reshoot this one in Lamb of God.
And we're finally getting around to it.
We're finally going to do it, and then
oh, balls head.
they'll be up for your sexy ass to see, and then I can finally get my playlist in order for
I
that.
have a shirt on in this one.
Oh yeah, you weren't wearing your shirt.
I was shirtless for the entire thing. And we're adding the other side. Anyway.
We're adding the other side. For those of you who have never listened to Godsmack,
You're gay.
What's taking you so long? They're a new metal band that has a really strong influence in like hard rock from like not the 70s, but it has that hard rock edge to it. That
Like they covered Led Zeppelin.
yeah, they covered Led Zeppelin for Christ's sake.
They have a good like bluesy kind of sound. Too.
Yeah, like especially on four.
Yeah.
Kind of on the other side.
Yeah, that's more the acoustic aspect of it. Yeah.
But
The riffs are kind of bluesy.
They have 5 albums and an EP that we're going to talk about. So let's get started.
I love getting started.
I like to stop and start. The first album they released is called Self-Titled. It was called Self-Titled. It's called Godsmack, but it was self-titled, and it was released in 1998. And this is their most new metal album.
And most successful.
Yeah, with
4 million something.
and it has some that are really, really popular stuff on it, like Voodoo.
Keep Away was more of like a local favorite when they started.
And
whatever. I mean, that's still part of the riff set today.
It's got.
And they span it out like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which you'll probably love, because that's when they bring out the dueling drum, the Sully and Shannon drum duel.
Yeah, I finally get to see them live.
They threw in Rush, which was awesome. But anyway, enough about that.
The thing about this album that I found that it's different than the other albums is Time Bomb. The intro to that, like the
keyboard.
Yeah, they don't use that in any of the albums, I believe.
Not that I would be aware of.
Yeah, so that's something different, and a lot of those riffs are like this one is just that new metal just.
They kind of had a bounce of their own, like you said, new metal had bounce. Like they had their own bounce to this.
It was a lot like Disturbed. I don't want to completely compare the bands, but they kind of take the same path, where they're new metal, but then they diverge off into a hard rock rooted sound.
Yeah.
And them especially with the bluesiness that they incorporate later, but this is more of their new metal album. There's some of it still in the follow-up, but it's not as prevalent as it is in the self-titled. And
yeah, they've never really, with their most recent album, they said it was a return to form, like back to the self-titled days, and I was like, the heaviness, but not really the new metal.
It's more like Faceless. Going back to Faceless, and like expanding Faceless sound, but that's for later on. This has my favorite Godsmack song on it, which is Bad Religion.
Voodoo is my favorite track off the album, and probably my favorite metal track of all time.
Yeah,
well, I did that list, so yeah, it is.
Yeah, all 3 of those. But yeah, those are our favorite tracks, and that's the album. And the second album they released was called Awake, which was released in 2001.
I think it was 2000, because they. Yeah,
it was released on Halloween. And,
it was 2000, I think. It was either 2000 or 2001.
I'll correct it on the screen. We're a tad tired. The vlog will explain why. Yeah. But this is a really good follow-up. It abandons. It's like the belief of their career. It expands the first album sound while dropping a few elements from the first album.
Yeah, like a lot of the wing.
Yeah. The riffs are more traditional, their style.
Heavy ass shit. Some heavy stuff on you. And they took Going Down, which was on the first recording of All Wound Up, which turned out being the self-titled album. So Going Down was now put on Awake.
Yeah. Which
really is the standout track of the whole album. Like it doesn't fit the.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's just really more. It should have belonged on the first album.
It was kind of like Succubus for Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, I would agree.
And Ashes of the Innocent for Bullet, yeah.
It
was all like those tracks.
That track was heavy, and then the other ones were like,
Yeah.
Bad Magic's could be that track, but it's still good, because it has that flow, that chill. Because Awake's very chill. It's heavy, but it's chill.
Yeah, like, this track is very mellow. I mean, it's one of the heavier tracks in the album, but it's
mellow but heavy.
It's fairly mellow.
They do that very, very well.
Yeah, of that like just smooth guitar with his voice.
I love Sully.
Yeah.
His voice is hypnotizing.
This has their first instrumental on it with Vampires, which
and it was their also first Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
Which they didn't win, but it was their first Grammy nom.
It's just it's all instrumental.
It's good. You don't see too many good instrumentals from new metal bands.
No, not at all.
Sully does it well.
Yeah.
Godsmack.
They write it well.
Yeah.
I think that if I were to recommend an album, I'd recommend this one first. Really? What would you recommend first?
To get into the band?
Yeah.
Faceless.
Faceless? See, I recommend this because it has Bad Magic, a song that relates to the first album, while having this riffage of their future stuff.
This or Faceless.
Yeah.
You don't want to go past like the second or third to get into a band because
they change it.
You'll like their new stuff and then you wouldn't be able to get into the old, which they're not. Yeah, whatever. I'm going into a whole
tangent.
Yeah, you know. Whoops.
No, it's fine.
It's a great, solid album, though. I feel it didn't do as well as like I thought it would. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people were going off the wave of the first album.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, their first album was the most successful. They've kind of ridden that
train.
Yeah, it's okay though.
My favorite song on the album, probably "Sick of Life." I like that opening.
Spiral.
Yeah.
My favorite track.
And the third album they released was called Faceless.
First #1 album.
When was that released?
2003.
Okay.
Which is why I think Awake was 2000, because this was their first 3-year gap.
Yeah.
For some reason that's in my head. But yeah, first #1 album.
This has
Which
another one of the most recognizable tracks, I Stand Alone.
Yeah, that got big.
This
Scorpion thing.
abandons any really representation of the first album, I would think. It's more into the hard rock sound.
Oh, they took Awake and just punching the balls. I mean, they really do the same thing. Like, you really look at it, Awake had the opening up until like the track, like the 10 or 11 track Journey, which was 10 on Awake, and then they had Spiral, which was heavy, but it's also kind of a chill track. But on this one they have track 11, The Awakening, which is still like the short interlude, and then they have Serenity, which is this it's like a softer track.
Yeah.
Which is Serenity is also really identifiable too.
Really?
For some people. I mean, if you talk to a Godsmack fan, Serenity's usually on their top list.
Yeah.
Someone who really doesn't know the band is going to go Serenity. But
yeah,
still, it's a good song.
It's a good song.
And then for some reason, I Fucking Hate You was really identifiable with some people.
It was in Prince Persia.
I thought they were in
that and
they were both in.
They were in. Yeah.
I guess I don't remember.
But this is probably one of my favorite Godsmack albums, to be honest. I love the new album and Ford. We'll talk about that, but
yeah,
this is the album that got me into the band, or at least that had the most songs that got me into the band.
This band is this album is great. I remember I got it for Christmas a long time ago. I remember. It's like 10,000 Fists.
He has.
I think it's probably one of his best lyrical albums. It's
that period where that transition is completely there, and it's just
like
great.
Awake was really their. I don't know. It's kind of hard to compare those two.
I just feel that I don't know why I felt the need to compare those two bands, because I just kind of realized
because out of the 2000s, they really are probably the two biggest. Yeah. I mean, Sully and even David have, for the Mayhem tour coming up, they've said we finally get to reunite with, or Dan said it, finally we get to reunite with Godsmack, and I'm like, that has to be one of the best bills on the planet. Yeah, I mean, two of the top new metal acts to come out in recent years, minus Korn. Well, they've been around much longer. Well, I meant just new metal. Yeah. They kind of kept new metal alive.
But yeah, I mean, this is just a solid follow-up overall. The riffage is solid. The solos are really good, well put together. Well, they're well put together.
Yeah, they're kind of for the solos that they have.
Yeah.
That's really the remnants of what the first album is the twang and the solo. Yeah, because a lot of the riffs were more into the weird, like the foot pedal. Mm-hmm. But like the solos really have that now.
Yeah. We actually have the same favorite song on this.
You sing the demons.
It's just a solid.
I love the opening.
track. Yeah.
What you see when you're in the dark, and then.
Yeah,
That's a heavy ass riff.
It's great. Realign used to be my favorite, but I started really becoming addicted to releasing the demons after a certain point, and I just love that song so much more. So yeah.
Yes. Faceless.
Faceless.
There you got it. The only EP released to date was in 2004, and that was The Other Side, and it was an acoustic EP.
Yeah, which
really came out of left field after Faceless.
It was actually the first Godsmack album I ever heard. My mom had it.
I thought it was an album, but then I looked at it and I'm like, this must be an EP.
And
which I didn't know what the fuck that was.
It has two original tracks and three original tracks.
Keep Away, Realign, Spiral, and Sleep. The Sleep is Awake. Acoustic.
Yeah. No, so Touché, Voices, and Running Blind are the three originals.
The three originals, and then the four reworked. Redone.
If I were to sum it up in one...
three redone. Awake has changed a lot.
But it's still...
Awake,
yeah,
but it's really different. It's good though.
If I were to sum it up in one word, or in one phrase, Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
That's a heavy influence on this, it sounds like. The harmonies...
He was...
I know that's a
Lane
huge
Staley
influence.
was a big influence on his singing.
But it comes out a lot on this album, with the harmonies and the way that it's composed.
Definitely. Because Tony, you can really tell he sings a lot on this one.
Yeah.
It's good though. I mean, the original tracks are great acoustic original tracks. And then the reworks, like Realign is really good.
I actually had only heard that for the longest time. That's one of my favorite Godsmack songs. And then I heard the original and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Realign was very well done acoustically. See, for being how heavy it was. And Keep Away, actually I like it better acoustically than I do regularly.
Yeah.
The it's a lot better on an acoustic guitar because it sounds like it's accompanied with the synthesizer. But Asleep.
I like the opening
version.
for
Yeah, that's cool.
That sounds really cool.
And then they don't really have the back half of the song, like the last minute, where it's like the no, that's Greed. Whoops.
Yeah.
But it has like that. It has that back half of the album or the song. Fuck, I'm tired.
The song playing
It's
Voices.
it's just really slow. It's very slow.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of instrumentation in it, but it's a good song to listen to the rain.
Another influence I think comes out on this album is the acoustic Stained, especially on this song.
I haven't listened to much of Stained, so...
It kind of sounds Stained-y.
And they have some of their better solos on here, too.
Yeah.
Like original solos.
Yeah.
You can't count him out as a good guitarist.
Well,
Sully's good, too.
He did a good job.
There are no slacks. Favorite track, Spiral. That fucking... There's this video on YouTube of it, like, all these space shots from, like, a satellite that they shot into space. And it fits so well with that song. Because it's basically the same, but it's just so... It's beautiful. His voice is just hypnotic. But, anyway.
Mine is Touché.
I
I have the original, so it's a really good one.
I feel kind of ghetto not picking an original, but... Spiral.
I mean, acoustic versions it's sort of interesting because I thought it was reworked.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, that's the other side.
And the fourth album they released is...
It was
released in 06.
Yeah, that makes it...
06.
Yeah.
Because that was another 3-year gap. Blues. A lot of bluesy.
Yeah.
Blues.
This is my least favorite Godsmack album.
Not to say that it's bad.
It's not that's bad, it's just... It's very different for them.
And if you think about it, have you ever listened to Whiskey Hangover and then Safe and Sound, like right in order?
Yeah.
It's like the same fucking riff.
Yeah. It's
not
just changed a little bit differently.
Yeah, it's whatever. They're both different. It's very... not to take from any articles...
It's harmonic.
It's very bluesy.
Yeah.
This was like... I think this was right after... This was right before 10 years of Godsmack. It's very... You can really... In the riffs, it's very bluesy. I mean, it's still Godsmack, but it's very
It's
bluesy.
them doing blues.
It's very good, though. Yeah.
It's good, it's just...
But, like...
It's got a biker feel to it.
Yeah, Sully rides bikes.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like...
It's more introspective than out. Like, instead of projecting outward on people, he pulls inward. Like, Living in Sin is like his first confession.
That's a really good opening track to the album.
About like infidelities or something to his wife or whatever.
The one track I feel that doesn't belong on here is Voodoo 2. I don't feel that song needed a sequel.
It's not really a sequel.
But I don't think it needed like a spiritual successor. Like the Unforgiven.
I like
Unforgiven
it,
2 didn't need to come out. Unforgiven 3 was good, but...
Well, I mean, Voodoo, I don't think he's gonna do another Voodoo. This is the most chill of their albums.
Yeah. There's acoustics on it. Like, there's acoustic...
Hollow.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Bad Boys, the movies?
No.
You should, because there's a riff in the opening of the first movie that sounds just like the guitar riff in Hollow.
Really?
Listen to it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, it sounds a lot like... Sam doesn't like Mama very much, but I like Mama. I like how it goes, like, it's kind of slow, but then it goes...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's how it kind of has that breakdown-ish part.
Yeah.
And then One Rainy Day is kind of a slow wind down at the end of the album. Yeah. It's not bad.
My favorite song on the album, I really don't have a lot to say. I've heard this album a few times. I guess it's my least favorite, so... my favorite song is probably The Enemy. I like that...
They play that live.
Yeah, that tone up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It is just a good, solid track. No Rest for the Wicked's another one that's high up to the song playing.
Yeah, Jeff's first comment about that was I thought it was an Ozzy song.
Yeah.
And, like, people reuse track names all the time. Temptation is mine.
So, yeah.
That's a good note to end that on. And the fifth album they released is The Oracle.
Which was released last year.
Which is formerly titled Saints and Sinners.
Yeah.
But their third number one, mind you, because 4 was released number 1. And another side note on 4, it was their least selling album as an album.
I think that speaks volumes.
It was only gold.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have been platinum by now, but
Yeah.
but yeah, Oracle, third number 1.
It was on both of our top 10 lists, which you didn't see his.
What,
But,
2010?
yeah, 2010.
Yeah, it was.
Mine was number 8, I believe. It was number 8
Mine was
on there.
probably number 2.
Yeah.
Mine was number 2. Great.
Holy shit.
I wish it was longer.
Yeah.
The track I Blame You, that was kind of...
Isn't it a bonus track? No, it's not a bonus track. Yeah, it's a bonus track.
It's not that good. I mean, it's okay.
It has their second instrumental in the Oracle, which is
Great.
really well put together.
It's like the epic cat.
They really returned to that faceless riffage.
They really stepped the boundary.
Yeah. They expanded their style. They had the bluesiness of 4 with the riffage of faceless
Oh,
almost.
definitely. They played like half this live.
Really?
Yeah, they played.
Swing?
No, unfortunately. They played War and Peace. They opened with Crying Like a Bitch. Love, Hate, Sex, Pain. Oracle, and What If. All of them were fantastic. They were all fantastic.
Sully sings his ass off on this album.
Yeah, pretty much. It's great live. You'll love that.
Fucking
Machine Head.
The riffage is solid some more.
Oh, definitely.
It's ramped up.
Really good solos.
Yeah. The drums
And
kick
lyrical.
ass.
Oh yeah, definitely. And a lot of great lyrical content.
Yeah, the
Sully
lyrics.
writes his and sings his ass off on there. Like, it took them like 80 takes to get Crying Like a Bitch right.
I still haven't watched that DVD that came with it.
I watched it. It's not that long. I do like, I mean, I'm not a big fan of ending albums on instrumentals, but this is a good one.
Yeah, this one ends it really well.
Yeah, it kind of sums it all up.
Yeah.
Like, now that I think about it, the Oracle just has a better ring to it than Saints and Sinners does. Not that that's a bad track at all. And it's really new because actually they open with a bass.
Yeah.
He doesn't open many songs with a bass.
Yeah.
Oracle. I mean, I hope they get another album out soon, relatively.
That'd be great.
And then they get their number 4, marking them the 4th band to do that.
Yeah.
Number 1. That's just 3rd was 3. Because he mentioned in a video right after the Oracle came out that he's like, expect 2 albums back to back in the near future.
That'd be nice.
Because he said they finished 15 songs instrumentally within like 2 weeks. But yeah, anyway, favorite track.
Mine's Double Swing. I love the drums.
I remember when I first showed that to you.
I creamed my pants. It was so good. I love that song.
And it's not even like that much, but it's like...
Yeah, it's well put together. Like, just swag to that song.
It's a good swag. It's the bluesiness.
Yeah.
I feel like ZZ Top had an influence on that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No, that definitely shines.
Shadow of the Soul is mine.
Which is a great. That's the.
I like how it fades in.
Yeah.
And then fades out, and then into the Oracle.
Was that the song when we were sitting in the car? I did this.
And then
And
it
the drums.
started.
Yeah.
And you feel like it's like... Is there another song next, and then it just kind of kicked in, and we were like, oh, there it is. Anyway, that was
That's
Godsmack, and
Godsmack.
definitely not less than 10 minutes.
Oh, I've stopped doing that 10 minutes or less because obviously my videos just been getting longer and
Well,
longer.
yeah, you're getting parts and parts.
Yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this reshooting. We're gonna do Lamb of God now, and yeah, you guys have a good day, Left Situations, and I will see you another day.